and Jomar?
Nah, not Sam and Jomar. We got to call out another team.
Why?
Nah, I always play against Sam. I feel like we got to get a New York team, a tough New York team.
You want to play the Corys?
Nah, not the Corys. We need a tough team, bro.
So what tough team are you thinking, bro? Are you thinking it's a tough team?
The first time we met was at 383 Park in a tournament.
C singles?
Yeah, C singles.
Near Burger King, right?
Yeah, Burger King, yeah. I think Danny won the tournament.
No, I lost. I lost first round just like you did. I go back in and I lost again first round. I used to have a real bad temper, so I
didn't buy back in. I lost first round. I started crying. I was a sore loser back then. After that, we started going to the same parks, playing against each other. I think I've been playing with him or against him for almost as long as I've been playing handball. So there's a lot of teams split up, you know, a lot of players split up. There's not really a lot of teams, you know, like this player might play with this guy one day, one tournament, he loses or he's not happy with the results. Now the next day he's with another partner, the next tournament he's with another partner, and they just don't get the chance to build up the chemistry.
So it's tough for us to decide who we really want to call out because there's not really a lot of teams with good chemistry. Well, I want to play as a team with good chemistry, so that way it shows teamwork. When you see two teams in perfect harmony playing against each other,
yep.
it's like a sight to behold. It's like a crazy game to watch. It's just interesting. It intrigues people to see that type of stuff.
I feel like me and him are one of the best. We're one of the best teams. We could beat anybody because we're always ready. I know what he's gonna bring to the table. He knows what I'm gonna bring to the table. And I just feel like we're one of the better teams when we're playing and we're on.
Sometimes he'll yell at me, but I don't really take it personally because once the game is over, he'll walk up to me. He's like, "Yo, bro, come on, bro. Why are you like you played horrible?"
Then, yeah, you know, it's just while playing, you know, sometimes you get a little riled up. You say things you don't mean, but after the game, we're both friends. You know, that's just what really matters at the end of the game.
No matter what we go through,
yeah, we're both healthy. We'll both continue to play and get better. So just next time we'll be expecting more from each other, you know?
So I always try to make sure I stay on top of myself. I don't let nothing really mess with me. I don't do no drugs. I don't really even like to drink like that. Like sometimes I'll hang out with friends, but even then I always make sure I keep myself in check because I feel to me a perfect athlete doesn't do drugs. They don't drink that often. Like they drink like on occasion, you know, like to celebrate, but they know how to control themselves. They're very strict with their body. They train themselves to the point where they don't feel let down about their performance that their body gave them. You know what I mean? You want to push your body to the point where you'll get stronger. Not to the point that you'll hurt yourself. You have to make sure you take ample rest. You know, if you push yourself to the point that you can barely move, you gotta take like 2 days rest.
It's always good to rest. I feel at this point, the major tournaments is what we need to accomplish. We need to win the big tournaments, Buddha, big opens, singles for both of us, all the major tournaments, since that's all there really is right now is major tournaments and, like you said before, street games, money games, setup games at the park. You want to establish yourself in those tournaments to just pretty much establish yourself in the handball scene, period, you know?
I feel what the sport needs at this moment is to be more strict with their rules. And I feel like they need to start actually training refs. I feel like that's what we're missing. We're missing like correct judgment. So they let a player complain for like 10, 20, 30 minutes and then it'll stall the game out and it'll ruin the other person's mindset. They need to also be more strict with the spectators.
Yes.
I feel that the spectators as well need to be put down a little bit. Because if you watch all these other sports, you don't see the spectators acting up.
I agree with Dan. There's a lot of refs who I say biased and like got a lot of, you know, there's not good refs. You know, they're in it for their teammate or the person they're rooting for.
The peak example of ref would be Carlos and Larry.
And Larry, yeah, Larry's a great ref.
Are what every ref should be. You know what I mean? Like they're strict, they're not biased. And whatever their call is, that's it.
In reality, I feel handball should be much bigger than it is now because like this is one of the greatest sports there is. You know, I've seen cornhole on ESPN. You know, like that's nowhere near as entertaining as handball in any form, shape, or fashion. You know, like we go out there, we're diving. You know, first of all, it's super hard to just hit a rubber ball that's flying around the court the whole time, running back and forth. You have lateral movement. It's just a hard game, you know, and it's super exciting. I feel like it should be much bigger than it is now.
I feel what we're lacking is exposure.
Yes.
And another thing is I feel that a lot of organizations are pitting against each other instead of working with each other.
Yep, that's another
You know what
fact.
I mean? And I don't really approve of it. You know what I mean? Like I understand, like you might not like this person personally, but I feel that if you really love this sport, that you can make compromises.
Yeah. You know, it could all help us. I feel everyone needs to stop being petty and just work together, you know, and just to try it, you know, it won't hurt to try. If we all tried working together, which I'm pretty sure hasn't happened before, I'm pretty sure good results will happen from that.
That would definitely be a very good result. I agree. I feel that everyone just needs to grow up. I feel that we need to wake up from how much we love ourselves.
Yeah.
I feel that people think that they're more important than they really are. You know what I mean? I feel we should stop with the nonsense and we should just team up as a team. Once all of this is together, there's nothing that this sport can't achieve. We have to start maturing. That if we don't step it up soon, then I feel that all we built up is going to be gone. Because I feel that after Carlos, Richie, these guys are pouring everything they have.
Yes,
Carlos, Richie, Golden Judge,
Richie,
Adam.
yeah, shout out to Richie. He gives out a lot of stuff in his events. You know, a lot of these people give a lot to the community, the handball community, and to the scene. And you know, it'll be good to see all their work and the money that they're putting out come back. You know, come back for all of us. You know, because at the end of the day, they don't really benefit from any of this. You know, they're just giving their own money, their own time, just for us. You know,
for the love of the sport. And I feel that as players that we should step it up as well. It's not even the organization's fault that much either. It's the players as well.
Yeah,
I feel that we need to stop being so obnoxious. We need to stop giving so much attitude. We need to stop complaining so much.
And more professional.
And you want the sport to grow, then start acting professional. You gotta stop thinking that this is a street sport. You gotta start respecting the sport that you're playing and start treating it like the way it should be treated. With the love that you have for the sport, you should start stepping it up and start acting correctly.
Like, we all need to get it together and do something with this sport, because like I'm 20 years old. Eventually, I love handball. Handball kept me out of a lot of trouble and stuff. Eventually, I want to get paid for playing. You know, I want to go vacations and go other places just to play handball. You know, I want to get paid for my skill, and I'm pretty sure the same for a lot of people. They feel that they're good enough, and like I said before, it's cornhole on ESPN. You know, like this is way more fun and exciting and entertaining than a lot of sports that I see on TV or on ESPN or other stuff like that.